I go to public school and I have a fear that I'm going to be bullied because I'm Muslim.
Islamophobia is bad. We should do something about it.
One of the main reasons why I actually wanted to have this program for the kids was because growing up, I faced a lot of Islamophobia in my school.
One interesting thing about the term Islamophobia is that it wasn't used in modern literature until after 9/11.
I'm a Muslim, but that doesn't mean I'm a terrorist.
There were times where, I didn't want to be Muslim because of all of these, of the bullying. The bullying would get to me.
I'm actually pretty disappointed because people like Donald Trump can come onto a stage with millions of people watching, from all over the world, and he can say stuff that has no evidence behind it, and it's just stuff that's filled with hate. It's just backed up with hate and fear mongering.
Show these kids that we can't solve the ignorance. We can't remove the ignorance in one night.
It is a huge problem.
When a lot of people talk about Islamophobia, they automatically assume it's like a deep hatred for Muslims. But growing up in basically a 80%, 85% white school in middle school, I didn't deal with it as absolute hatred. I dealt with it more as ridicule in the sense that they would make funny comments and snide comments about Muslims in general.
Almost every day, kids would ask me, if where are my AK-47s, things like that.
When I was growing up, I had to deal with a lot of things because my name is Osama. So dealing with that changed me as a person. It made me stronger. And it helped me in a way, but also it was not something that I liked. It was very hard as a kid, dealing with Osama jokes, Osama bin Laden, things like that.
I was called the nephew of Osama bin Laden.
They'd make fun of your name or something like that. So, Islamophobia, in my opinion, comes in a lot of different forms. You may not see it in just in the black or white situation. It can be a lot of gray area too.
I was bullied because I was Muslim, and I think the mistake that I made and what I advocate to everyone now is to make sure you tell someone about it, because I just let it go by because I didn't want to bother anyone else, and I felt like I would get embarrassed.
Just letting these kids know, just letting our future generation know that you guys are not alone and there are ways to deal with this problem, this issue.
And I'm just confused. I'm like, what are we gonna do? If people like Trump and Carson, they're gonna keep coming up and keep doing stuff like this. What are we gonna do as Muslims?
Personally, I've never been bullied for being a Muslim, but I know somebody who has. But they don't really let it affect them, because at the end of the day, you're you and they're them. What they say can't affect you.
We tend to be very self-conscious about the hijab that we're wearing and stuff, and so our mind makes us think that people are staring at us because of our hijab when they might not even be staring at us. So just play it cool, don't be self-conscious. You have no reason to be self-conscious.
It's a pretty serious problem, I think, in our country, and I think it's something that we need to work on as a ummah, as a people, and as American citizens.
Us Muslims, we're trying so much, to clear these misconceptions, but, people like Donald Trump and his supporters and his followers, they're just spreading hate and just basically ruining all of our hard work.
What do we do?
The best way to defend yourself against Islamophobia is to have good allies, and I think having good friends who understand what you're going through and who are able to support you in any way possible. So definitely tell someone if it's happening to you, and if you see that someone is being bullied, definitely find an adult or superior person in that area. I was walking with a group of friends, and many of them actually happened to be non-Muslim, and I was one of the only 2 Muslims in the group, and we were approached by someone who was saying very bad things about Islam and things like that. And when my friend stood up for them, this is not what the religion's about, she's my friend, So I think really having those people in your life is really important.
Instead of trying to hide my identity, trying to hide that I'm a Muslim, I just accepted, this is who I am. And I just went to school every day and acted like an average student. And towards the end of the year, those people who used to say those things about me you know, eventually they also saw that, hey, you know, there's nothing crazy about this guy. Yes, he's a Muslim, you know, but I think if you act nice and you just be yourself, eventually everything, you know, gets better.